All right, to all fellow TIs out there, when you see this will, or rather, it should be on the guide on the main on my main channel. I wanted to do them a favor, do them the kindness and the favor of showing their website because they definitely have helped me out in my time of need, as well as they've I'm sure they've helped other fellow TIs out as well. Um, so as you see here, this is the PAX International. Well, actually, the PAX. What do they call that? Yeah, PAX International. Looks like I had it right. Okay, so it's People Against Covert Torture and Surveillance International. The PAX International newsletter, Friday, September 4th, 2020. The Community News PAX International Semi-Annual Membership Drive is happening during the month of September. I plan on joining later on, but my current situation, I still have a whole lot more stuff I need to work on right now. A whole lot of planning and a whole lot of things I needed to get done as far as things are going for myself. But I did want to at least show this to fellow TIs out there who may not be aware. There's a lot of good information here that will help you out as far as things go, and it does reach out. Even they're even trying to reach out to Miss SHP as well. Um, the whole I kind of agree with her. The whole fame thing, like, it's not a lot of, like, we're not really doing this for fame. None of us are. We're just doing this to be able to connect with other people who are going through situations as our own, because I mean that's the only way we're going to be able to put a stop to this. And we do meet so many wonderful people, but it's just a shame that it's through these kinds of circumstances. It's a shame that it has to basically be something as far as this human trafficking covert criminal organization doing this to people, that cause people to basically reach out to one another and be able to meet new people over time. It really shouldn't have to be like that, but unfortunately that's the effed up world we're living in. But it doesn't have to stay that way. We can change it, but I will warn you all that it's not going to be easy to make that change. You got to put a lot of work in to put a lot of change. But you know something? A single person can make great change in their own life. Several people can make greater change. So anyway, you see all the information there. You see right there it says click to become a member of the PAX International. Liliana has informed me that she has recently spoken to a United Nations official who informed her that all UN speakers will present via teleconference this year, including Mr. Niles Melzner. Some had inquiry about attending his UN speech. However, due to the whole pandemic, all speeches will be delivered remotely. Those that would like to see Mr. Milsner's speech as he delivers it will be able to do so live UN TV. The exact date of his speech is yet to be announced. Orange County, California TI meeting on Sunday, September 27th, 3 p.m. Denny's outside patio 24445 Alicia Parkway, Mission Viejo, I guess that's California, 92692. Contact Tricia. That's the TI, what's that, the TIRV Park. That's my current location at the moment. As far as things are going from there, I'll allow you guys to reach out, um, you know, for your at your own discretion on that one. In the end, it's really your choice where you want to go and what you want to do. But at the same time, it is best for a lot of TIs to start gathering up to basically help to try to at least build something away from all of the systematic corruption that this organization seeks to do, because they tamper with a lot of things. They try to mess with a lot of things as far as your targeting goes. But you know something? Why don't we build something together? Build something up that can basically be something of our own, something that we can actually utilize in separation from these bastard billionaires who basically seek to just torture and maim so many people. And I'm telling you, man, a lot of people can't think with the mindset of the 21st century, because we are way past that. We're in situations now to where somebody or anybody, they could do some of the most deplorable thing you could possibly imagine, right? But you would never imagine that that person is actually their own body, their own will is actually being controlled against their own will. We're in times like that, and people can't. There's a lot of people out there who just can't seem to wrap their minds around the possibilities of this stuff, dude. I'm telling you, that's what they want. They don't want people to understand the current times we are in. They don't want people knowing what's really going on out there, and they don't want people questioning about it either. They don't want that. They want people to just fall in line with their whole BS, and that's it. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and read more of this. But you know, as always, you already understand we cannot allow that to happen. We cannot allow ourselves to be defeated, and we cannot allow ourselves to be taken out, because if we do, it ends with us. It does. We don't want this corruption. No, I believe I speak for everybody when for all who want this targeting to end, for all who want this whole program that does this to people to just end. You know. It's really bad. But anyway, you see, like, there's several contacts there, as far as support with different things, as far as being targeted and what's not. Here and just a little bit of things here and there, just for you to check out. Is the PAX International Saturday Night Podcast time, 9 p.m. Eastern. That most likely already happened, or they're still doing it from time to time. Access code, follow the link to it, freeconferencecall.com. Okay, so that's what that is. So you see, like, a whole lot more other things that you see here in regards to basically helping a lot of people out as far as what they don't know about, and as far as to deal with how to deal with the situation. Because you best believe, even as we speak now, they're still trying to figure out. I mean, I'm talking about the people who are targeting us. They're still in the verge of trying to figure out, like, who is compliant and who's just not compliant. I believe we're kind of in the, like, that type of phase. But the whole thing of what I mentioned about being in the cities is, I'm telling you, it's just a lot of people don't know, but it's gonna be too damn dangerous to stay there. It is. And the next phase of what they got rolling out is actually, they've already started, and they're planning on passing this. It's happening in other countries, but they're planning on doing this into, even in the Western areas as well. They got this one thing to where they can have it passed to where they can give a regular citizen the same authority as as like an officer, like a police officer, basically. Like, they can detain you, and they can basically, this is over some of the most dumbest things you can possibly think of. For instance, like in Australia, that woman who got arrested for a Facebook post, and it was because it was related to a protest. It was just related to a damn protest. They didn't even give her the option to just take it down. They said, "No, we're just gonna arrest you and be done with it." And man, they're planning on just having it to where, like, if they just suspect, they can just have that. They can allegedly have a suspicion, saying, "Oh, well, like, I think you're this," and then boom, boom, you're behind bars, just like that. That's how crazy it's getting. You seen these people? These like the Karens, the whole these masquerade idiots that are out there. And some of us have, we put the stupid thing. We know it's BS, but we put the stupid thing on there just to get by, just to get the necessities that we need, so we can just get out of it. But the minute we're out of there, we're like, things right off. But at the same time, it's bad because that whole mask pandemic thing. The whole fact that they want people wearing masks is because that's part of a damn ritual, satanic ritual, basically. And it's getting much worse. They're starting to put RFID chips in the masks. They're starting to do more than that. They're starting to put RFID chips in the clothing. And not too long, they literally just recently, I think it was what, like 2 days ago, they actually started to find robots out in the middle. That's right, robots. Robots. You know those dog type robots? I think there was like the the robotical canine type. It was yellow, black legs, rolling around on all fours, and people don't understand what that thing actually is. That thing is scanning everybody and everything in its surroundings. It's gathering data. People, we have entered the twilight zone of where Skynet is on the verge of existence. And if you hadn't seen the Terminator movie, well, Skynet was no joke. Like the robots basically became so self-aware and so sophisticated that they viewed humans as an obsolete thing, and they killed every single one that they possibly could. That actually that happened in the movie. So planning on this whole transhumanism agenda thing that's going on, we must fight this as best as we can, because if we don't fight this mess, then who is gonna fight it? Because our own man, the younger generation isn't prepared for nothing like this. They don't know anything up. They don't know any better. They don't. And we were no different back then. We also didn't know any better. It's up to us to basically end this fight that our ancestors have, almost all of our ancestors have failed to do so. And as far as ending it, we didn't start it, but we can definitely end it. But there's no way in hell if we end this. It's no way in hell we're gonna end this with a loss. I'll be damned if that happened, and I'm pretty damn certain everybody else feels the same way. I don't want to have any kids in this lifetime, man. I don't, because I don't trust this world, and I don't trust the technology that exists out there with them programming people. It's so fucked up. You can't even. It's like you can't even trust your own damn self because of the programming that's out there, man. It's crazy. I shouldn't even have to say this, but everybody, please stay as safe as you can and be as always stay as strong as you can as well. Always keep that armor of God on you. Looks like clicker to order somewhere. Issue. Feature video: Kevin Shipp reveals that he is in hiding due to being targeted by the CIA in this interview. Okay, I guess we could check that out. Hold up. We bring extraordinary guests to the program. I speak with them, and that's the program. That's it. That's all we do. But most days, I get to talk to very interesting people with compelling stories. Today, we have someone I haven't had the privilege of meeting until now. His name is Kevin Shipp. Some of you know Kevin Shipp's story. I am new to it. He's an expert on the so-called deep state, shadow government. We're going to talk about QAnon, whatever that is. Oh, wow. That's like 59 minutes. Wow. I'm glad I looked at that when I did. If any fellow TI look, if you go in to hide it, I'm going to tell you right now, you better not bring a phone with you, because if you do, they're going to know exactly where you are. And it's much worse if you've been laced with this nanotech. Looks like Jeff C has a live stream going on. I'll check that out later. Feel free to check that out yourself later as well. But I understand the only link I'm going to leave in the description of this video is going to be the one directly to the PAX website, so you guys can check that out. I felt the need to definitely share that website with you all. Simply, because I believe that there's good information there to help fellow TIs out. I don't even know what's going on in most of the areas right now with other fellow TIs. It's so bad, though. I mean, you got some that are homeless, some that are just running around from place to place, and it's like you can't even try to structure yourself. They do whatever they possibly can to prevent that. And I should know because they sure did that. Thinking back, it's so effed up. All of it's effed up. You try so hard in this life. You do. You do as hard. You can do as you can basically give 110% of your all to into your own production, to basically elevate yourself, to basically achieve success. But looking at how this whole thing is structured, that they would just go out there and F with something just to prevent that success? Dude, we have to gather up if we're going to succeed in this life, man. We have to be able to help each other in order to help ourselves. That's where it's coming down to, cuz alone we can only do so much, but together we can actually make change. We can actually do great things. But I'm telling you, and this is from experience. I'm not gonna actually go into what happened, but I will say this: people, do not consume any type of food or beverage containing high fructose corn syrup. Okay, don't do it. I basically took a break from that mess for a while, and then at the when I decided to basically, why not just have a tea that just so happens to have it in there. I'm telling you, the whole damn day felt like I worked 12 hours, and I had to go to work with that same feeling. And lucky for me, it was in the middle of the day, so I only had to work half the rest of the workload, and then it was done. And then I went straight home. And I called off the next day because of that. That's how bad that is. So stay the heck away from high fructose corn syrup. Another thing, start detoxing as best as you can. Start I've this is why I've shared so much information. Also, any regular household cleaners, like certain things, some of those things, even as far as air freshener, don't use that, because a lot of that stuff has utilized chemicals that is basically meant to work along with this stuff that they use to poison you. um Shampoo, conditioner, bar soaps, liquid soaps, even if it's just to wash your hands, don't use none of that stuff. I'm telling you, don't, because that stuff is poison, man. A lot of people don't know this. That stuff is not for cleanliness. It's meant to keep you constantly laced. I've witnessed this for myself, how bad this can get. Please stop using that stuff, because it is not good for you. None of it is. Be careful with what you eat, and be careful with what you put on your skin. I can't recall what it was precisely, but there was something about the hand sanitizers that got out there that they were talking about. Like there was a deadly ingredient in some of the new hand sanitizers that they were putting out there. Now I don't. Now I will I definitely have to do some research on this, but I also recommend you to do well, not really recommend, but also advise you to do the same for your own safety as well as for your family's safety, because I'm telling you, this government don't give two shits about any of us. It doesn't. It only cares about itself and its money, and that's it. It only cares about its own self-preservation, and it doesn't really give a damn about anybody else but itself. Um, this has been proven in many different cases. The billionaires basically give themselves a huge elevation of money. They get what, like $7,000 a month over this bullshit that's going on, and what do the citizens get? Well, like just $1,000, and then they just leave them wondering about when's the next stimulus check coming. People don't see people don't see how fucked up that is, though, man. It's not everybody's like that. A lot of people, there are some people who do see how fucked up it is, but these people that just fall in line with this bullshit, man. You don't have to do that. It doesn't have to be like this, to where you have to constantly be playing kiss ass to a communist system that is, a covert communist system that seeks to basically just screw you over and just basically give its own self through fate, the best of everything through favoritism and through greed. It doesn't have to be like that. It doesn't. Anyway, I would leave a link to Miss SHP's channel, but I've already done that for this channel. So Again, the link to the PAX website will be in the description. I would basically play this for you all, but that's a pretty long video there. You'll be able to find it directly if you were to just go to the website. You should be able to see it there. As always, sorry about that. As always, stay safe, stay strong, everybody.